Hello one and all, this is Toasty TF2 here, and today I'll be making a remake of my tutorial video, because on my first tutorial video, it didn't have any sound, and so I thought it would have sound, because I heard it have sound when I was in the files, but when I uploaded it to YouTube it didn't have any sound, but my second one did for some reason, and I don't know. But I'm making a remake, so first things first, you're going to start off with maybe this screen. You should start off with this screen. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to right click on no map loaded, hit load map. There's every single map in TF2. Let's say I want to do, let's see, 2-4. Let's see if we want to do 2-4. Then it's going to load the map. And then I'll show you the more basic stuff that you might want to learn, like adding unusuals and posing and other stuff like that. That's in my second video, but I might as well show it in here too. So now we're on 2-4. Let's see, we want to do an artwork down here. So what you're going to want to do, just spawn in a characters. You're going to click on this little plus on the left corner. You're going to hit new model. And then for TF movies, you go to that, and it's all the characters. So let's say I want to do a heavy poster because I'm a heavy main. So it has heavy. Oh, and also if you want to move them, you click F3. You hold down Control, and then you click root transform, and then you hold this down, and you can move the heavy, but let's just put him standing on the ground. So you go back to F2. And if you want to get these white lines out, you have to right click, and it shows display, and then show camera first drum. So then you click on that, and it has no more white lights. Now, you just have your heavy here, right? Well, if you want to add a Team Fortress item, just right click on the heavy, go to add Team Fortress 2 item. And let's say I want to add the Mongolian. Then it's right there. Alright, so now I'm just going to add some more TF2 items. So let's say I want to add my favorite sunglasses to the heavy. Then I add the sunglasses. Now what I want to do is I want to add the snow sleeves. And there it is. So now I have all of my TF2 cosmetics on there. And if you want to add a weapon, it's the same thing. Just go there. So let's just say we want to go to the minigun. Let's do a minigun. And if you want to like pose them, I'll show you that a little later. But first you want to right click on the heavy, and it says import. And then you go to import sequence. And you have all these different ones, like his melee all class, primary. Let's say we just want him to do the idle one. Well, then here it is. He's holding his gun, and that's how you do that. Now if you want to pose him, you hit F3, you click on whatever body part you want to move. And you just do that. If you follow my mouse, you'll get what I'm doing. So there he is holding it. So let's just go back to him holding the minigun. So we go back to import sequence, the idle. Now What you're gonna want to do if you want to add an unusual is you're gonna go to this new particle system, hit browse. You should be on program files, Steam source, Filmmaker, game, TF particles. You just scroll through until you find the certain one, which is item FX. You have to go on this for the unusuals. So item FX, you click on that, you open, and now you have all the different effects files names. Let's say I want to do, I find an effect. Let's say I want to do Super Storm Cloud. So you have that to 0 as default, which you keep. And you do both of these as 99. Then you're going to want to go to body. You're going to want to click on this arrow, go to body. Then you're going to want to click on this arrow on the super rare storm cloud. Hold down biped and put it to transform. Now you hit F3, put it on 0, and then see how the circle's on him? Well, that means the effect is on him, but you don't actually see the effect yet. So you have to do this, and there we go, there's the effect. So there's the heavy. Now, if you want to spawn another character, it's the same thing. Hit on this plus sign. And let's say we want to spawn in a demo man, for example. So you just hit F3 again. Hit Control. And say we want to move the demo man. Well, we're moving the demo man right now. Let's say we want to move him right next to the heavy. Also, I will be making TF2 videos, just more of SFM, because I like type of teaching videos. Even if I'm not the best at it, I still try. But yeah, I'm also just gonna be making SFM videos because I like to do SFM a lot. So we move him right next to the demo man, right next to nothing. We move the demo man right next to the heavy. And if you want to add items, it's the same thing. So you add Team Fortress 2 item. Let's say we want to add the Captone, Cruiser's Captone. And let's add the, so we have the hat right there. Now let's add a different hat. Hold on. I'm sorry, I just wanted to, yeah. So you have the demo man right next to the heavy, like we were supposed to. And so there's the demo man. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the Team Fortress item again because I messed up the first time. Let's add the bounty hat. And let's add the dangerous. Let's add this. And if you can see what I'm doing the demo pan loadout. Now, if you want to pose them, it's the same exact thing. Just click on the demo man, import sequence, melee, and there you go. We have the demo man. Now, I'm going to add one more character, and it's going to be the engineer. So I go back, engineer. Hit F3 again, and then click on root transform, and then we're moving him right next to the heavy again. Okay, so he's right next to him. So if you want to add a team, if you want to take off the helmet, you go to set body groups, go to hat, and go to none. And then what you're going to want to do is go to add Team Fortress item. Let's say we want to add my favorite engineer hat, which is the 10,000. I know it's a robo hat, but I think it looks pretty cool. So now what we're gonna want to do, if there's not a cosmetic in the Team Fortress items, you're gonna go to new model, all mods. Let's say I want to add the dictator, so I go to Soviet 1. By the way, you have to download a mod to get it, so I'm sorry if you don't have the mod. Just download a multi-class mod. So there's the engineer mustache. Now you're gonna want to click on this and go to body. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to click on engineer again and go to body. You're going to drag these all the way down in here, so like this. Where transform goes to transform pelvis and so on. And if I'm not doing this tutorial right, just tell me nicely in the comments below, because this is my first time doing a teaching video. Anyways, you drag this and go to 0. You keep doing it until it goes on to the character. You keep going right, and here it is on the character. Now, if you wanna, it's the same thing for suits and pocket cosmetics and stuff like that. So let's just add, I don't know, and let's just add the thermal insulation layer. I'm not adding this because Uncle Dane wears it, and I'll get yelled at for that. Anyways, so here's the engineer. So let's add a wrench, just a festive wrench. Even though the festive lights don't show up, it doesn't matter though. I'll just make it an Australian wrench, I guess. And if you do the same thing for him as well. Although if you want to pose them, you hit down F3. You go to whatever body part, and you can pose them. Let's say I want him to hold it over his shoulder. Well, then I'd move his arm to be over his shoulder. Even though they have an import sequence for it. But if you want to do it by yourself like that, then there's the shoulder. And if you want to move the fingers, you can simply just move it downward like that. Until you get to the right pose you want it to. But yeah, that's how you move the fingers. So there's the engineer. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And if I did anything wrong or I left out anything, then just leave a comment below. And there is one thing I left out, but I don't know how to exactly to do it, and that is motion blur, to make it blurry in the background. But it's not like you really need it, so. But if you really want to make a good artwork, then I would suggest these basics. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and help me out in the new and I will help you out in your future with more tutorials, and I'll do some TF2 videos. So, and I'll also start for my stutter, and hope you had a wonderful time, and leave a like. Bye bye.